Dan Theodore, this is not a story if the Knicks have not lost 8 of 9. This is not a story if the Knicks at home versus New Orleans Pelicans, and yes, they've played better as of late, but a 15-win team comes into the Garden and absolutely destroys you with Anthony Davis going for 40 and 18. So you put all that in the gumbo pot, you mix it on up, and then the MIA of Derrick Rose, a former MVP and a guy who was supposed to be the savior at point guard for you, who was brought in from the Hall of Famer Phil Jackson, and that's why it's a big story, because everyone's like, well, was he kidnapped? Did something happen to Derrick Rose? I mean, this is one of the most visible athletes on the planet in Derrick Rose, and you're playing in the number one media market in New York. So that's why it's such a big story, is because no one knew where Derrick Rose was. And that's the only problem I have with Derrick Rose. If you have a family emergency, I get it. We are all human, and you've got to handle your business. Go to Chicago and take care of that. But pick up the phone and call Phil Jackson, and then you call your head trainer, and then that's it. You don't even have to call the coach.
It's not a story.
The trainer's going to go,
Reg, it's not a story if he does that.
It will not be a story if you make the phone call. Because no one's going to say anything about a family emergency, because we are all human beings. But when you don't call, see, that's why it makes it look like it's more than a family emergency.
Yes.
He's been benched the last 2 games in the fourth for Ron Baker, the rookie out of Wichita State. Brandon Jennings has been benched. The point guard play has been terrible. And he was at the shoot-around at 11 o'clock going over things. And to me, if you're a head coach and your other players, you know what's going on in that locker room. You know if Derrick Rose is upset about the benching. And if you think that he's going through the motions or he's sulking, you can kind of tell something's on the horizon. To me, that's why I think it's more than a family emergency. But again, people, I'm just saying this, Dan, Theodore, my Danettes, and myself, we don't know. We don't know what the family emergency was. We're only going by what everyone is speculating. So that's why I can't get on them for that. But pick up the damn phone and call Phil Jackson and call the trainer, and it would be no story.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.